So guys, today I'm truly excited to be finally filming for you a house overview of fragrances from the French niche house that is called Histoires de Parfums, or should I better say Histoires de Parfums? I'm not quite sure about the right pronunciation of this brand, but if you know how to say it correctly, please comment that down below in the commentary section and let me know if you have any experience with their fragrances and do you have some favorites, because I surely have quite a few minis that I enjoy very much and a discovery set, so make sure to keep on watching to find out all my thoughts on their beautiful collection. But also don't forget to subscribe to my channel right now and give this video a huge thumbs up, and once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to this video, which I've been waiting to film for you, but I really need to take time and to experience all of the complex fragrances from the collection of Histoires de Parfums. I guess that's the correct way to say this brand's name, right? But I might be wrong and I apologize myself in advance for mispronouncing any French words in today's video. But nonetheless, their fragrances are truly beautiful and they are all inspired by different art, such as literature, poetry, music, and even some extraordinary characters and exquisite perfume materials. So the brand's perfumer and owner is Gerald Grislan, and I really like the mood that he sets with his fragrances. Wearing them, it's like about this beautiful experience. Especially the sillage of the fragrances is gorgeous and some of them are truly complex. That's why you really need to take some time to explore them. And I got this discovery set that includes some of their best-selling women's fragrances, which by the way are totally unisex in my personal opinion. So let's dive right into it, and I want to start with this one that is called 1804. Sometimes they have names or just like numbers in the names, and it is dedicated and inspired by George Sand. And I would say that this is quite an interesting composition because a lot of people point out the note of pineapple in here, but if you're looking for like a pina colada cocktail in a perfume form or something that would be comparable to Aventus, this is not it, because this type of pineapple is really smooth. Yes, it is tropical also because of, you know, peach that's in there and gardenia. It smells quite mature and even spicy because of the nutmeg, clove. There are also some flowers in there, but also a lot of base notes such as sandalwood, patchouli, vanilla, white musk, benzoin. So it is very fun, but at the same time quite mature, and can be described as floral amber, just with like, you know, this spicy fruity twist. So it is definitely interesting and is very well blended. So in case someone is looking for a good and very wearable type of the fragrance that you can basically wear to any occasion, I would actually recommend this one from the collection, because I personally think it will suit both men and women and it is great for any type of situation. But let's move on to the next one that is called 1826, and this is something interesting because the perfume has a reference of Eugenie de Montijo, and she was actually the last French empress that was born in Granada, the jewel of Andalusia. And this is a very odd opening that this fragrance has, although there is bergamot and tangerine in the top. To me it smells like a cough syrup or something very, you know, like bitter, as if you made some potion out of bitter herbs. But I know that it's a complex fragrance that changes over time. That's why I meant you really need to be patient with some of these compositions because they are truly complex. And we have a lot of floral notes in here, some spices, especially the ginger really gives it almost like a metallic edge because it's quite zesty. And in the base there is amber, incense, woody notes, musk, amber, vanilla. So it is actually one of the most challenging fragrances to wear for me from the ones I experienced from this brand, and it's not necessarily my favorite, so you definitely need to be very much into these woody and bitter type of fragrances to enjoy it, in my opinion. But let's move on to something that is a bit easier to understand, which is perfume that is called 1876, and it is inspired by Mata Hari, and it actually means the eye of the day in Malay, and it's you know, the scent of the spy that captivates you with its beauty, perfume that is centered around the rose note, which is quite powdery, and I enjoy that. Not only I love rose, but powdery perfumes are my favorite, so I have no hard times with it, especially because there is lychee in the opening, so it gives it more like of a soft vibe, and with sandalwood, vetiver, gaiac wood, white musk, and vanilla in the base, it's still, you know, like a deep perfume, like a spicy rose, and it's definitely very exquisite. And I know that it dries down to something really beautiful. That's why I actually want to spray a bit on myself, maybe on my neck, so I will actually get into the dry down of it by the end of this video. And if someone loves rose perfumes, powdery perfumes, and is looking for something like that in the unisex direction, I would actually recommend this one. But the one that took me by surprise is this 7753 Unexpected Mona Lisa, and it is truly unexpected because I would describe it as a green tuberose. So if you are a fan of tuberose, it's your favorite note, and you're looking for something really unique with it, definitely check this one out. It is so outstanding. There are cool notes in here, so bergamot and ivy with makin berries in the top, tuberose, fig, heliotrope in the heart, vetiver, sandalwood, and oak musk in the base. And it's like this a little bit sharp green scent that is a little bit like galbano-ish and tuberosy, but not in the floral style as a lot of tuberose perfumes are. It's much closer to that tuberose absolute than just like, you know, tuberose accord done out of synthetic material. So it's quite a special fragrance, especially because it is so green. So it's something unexpected, something that wears beautifully, especially during the like spring and summertime, and it's like fresh and leafy. I guess that's because of the ivy note in there. So it is really, really cool, and I enjoyed very, very much. But I want to move on to something else that I enjoy, and this is Blue 1.2, which comes in this beautiful blue bottle, and they have like a whole Nota blue bottle collection, which I'm really interested in. That's why I'm thinking about ordering a discovery set like this, but with all Nota blue bottle perfume. So if that's something you might be interested in, I might actually do that and film a collection overview just of those fragrances, and I definitely want to collect them all because of very cool design. So let me know if that sounds cool, give the video a thumbs up so I see your reaction. But let's put this one on because it was one of the first fragrances I tested from this collection, because it, you know, was white, and I was like, this is something different, and it is, you guys. Such a cool fragrance, reminds me of something, not sure what exactly, but it's like a very clean scent. And I haven't heard many people describing it as clean. Many of them point out the note of lilac in here, which is in the company of Lily of the Valley, Ylang Ylang, so it should be very floral. There's actually a note of ivy leaf in the top, and in the previous perfume there was ivy leaf too. So it's interesting that they are playing with some not so typical green notes, and I enjoy that. But in here we also have pink pepper, sandalwood, vanilla, and white musk. For me, it smells soapy, it smells clean. If you enjoy lazy Sunday morning, Blanchet, bubble bath, those perfumes, you will love it because it's like very clean, very floral musky. It smells of freshly done laundry that you hang out on the fresh air during the winter time, and when you take it in, it smells so great. So it's refreshing, amazing for the summertime when it's hot outside. That's why I'm spraying myself all over with it, and it is truly unisex. I haven't experienced the rest of this not blue bottle collection, but we are done with our samples now, and I want to move on to the minis because they are gorgeous. And let's actually go on with probably the most famous fragrance from this brand, and it is pretty hyped for a good reason, because it's their 1889 Moulin Rouge perfume that actually was inspired by Moulin Rouge in Paris, and the scent of, you know, cabinet drawers where actresses and actors got ready to go on stage, applied makeup on themselves, you know, to glam up. And this is such a cool fragrance that comes, you know, like in a book, so it tells us a story through the fragrance that is definitely very Parisian and super duper powdery. So in the top there is tangerine, prune and cinnamon, in the heart of scent and Damascus rose, in the base patchouli, iris, musk and fir. And to be honest with you, I can definitely point out one note in here, which is of course the iris, and it is quite lipsticky in here. So it replicates the scent of makeup and lipstick in particular very, very well. If you're looking for something like that, you will definitely enjoy this. But the shade of this lipstick is rather dark, just like this color. It matches it perfectly, and this is, you know, a theatrical, dramatic fragrance that you would wanna wear if you're going out. Whatever occasion that might be, it should be glamorous, and you need to, you know, feel glammed up. This fragrance will help you. It's unisex, even if you're like, oh, makeup, it's probably for women. No, no, no. It is totally unisex. It is chic. It is dramatic, very theatrical, powdery, boudoir-like. Actually, I'm planning on filming like a top list of fragrances in this style. Let me know if that sounds interesting to you. But yeah, this is like a very powdery fragrance. I love perfumes in that style, and I know that some of you do too. So just in case you haven't smelled it, this is like a must try from this brand, because it is actually the official scent of Moulin Rouge in Paris, and I mean, like, how freaking cool is that? But it's not my number one favorite from this brand, which is the next one, and I had a pleasure to discover it for myself in Milan at Esxence this year. And first of all, when you look at this design, it lifts you up, but when you discover this fragrance that's called 1472, you guys, it is so amazing that I honestly fell in love with it right at first sniff. And I want to talk about the notes, although it doesn't smell like the notes, but like magic. But nonetheless, in the top there is ylang ylang and solar notes. Also Artemisia, and believe it or not, but I've never loved an Artemisia fragrance, and this is the first one that I do enjoy. I don't know if there is a lot of Artemisia in here or not, but I always think about it as a green and herbal note, and I don't get that vibe in here. I know that this is probably like a jasmine centered fragrance, and for me jasmine can be, you know, like great or not so much. In here it is the best, with cinnamon, which I'm not getting much of, and that's good because it's not my favorite, frankincense and benzoin, which should make it smell almost smoky, but there's like some mystery in the background without it being like you know, a smoke bomb, and amber. It has, you know, this mysterious vibe in the dry down, but there is like a special note that I think you know, really adds a lot to this beautiful, attractive mood of it, and this is Rome Absolute. And you know that I love my boozy fragrances, right? However, it doesn't smell like alcohol, it just smells like something you can't stop sniffing on. Honestly, I could go on and on about it. It is fantastic, it is amazing. I love it especially during, you know, these warmer days, because it's so sunny and beautiful, floral, intoxicating, but never too much. I think like with the notes of frankincense and rome, it makes it more, you know, like really chic and elegant without being, you know, too indolic, too sweet or too floral. And it was actually inspired by La Divina Commedia that we read in Ukraine. So I wore it to the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, and now I associate that great event with it, so it's a truly special perfume to me, and I would definitely recommend everyone to even blind buy it, because that's how certain I am about it. But let me actually tell you about the first perfume that I've ever smelled from this brand, and this is one of their most popular ones, I guess because of the name, but also it smells good. But nonetheless, it is 1969, and even Benny has a bottle of it, and any time he wears it, I'm like, I know what you're wearing, I have that one too. But it's a great perfume, and I discovered it in Ukraine when I was like in the perfume shop there way back in the days, and I smelled so many perfumes there and sprayed myself with them, including this one, and I went heavy on it, and then I was like, oh my god, it's too much, it overwhelms the rest. But I can't even describe you how many compliments I received for it that day. So I have a mini format of it, it's amazing, it's powerful, and it is truly unique. So it features some fruity notes and peach in particular in the top, and in the opening you smell it. It's not overly juicy, it is like peach skin, quite textural. In the heart there are some floral notes and cardamom with clove, and in the base, patchouli, chocolate, coffee and white musk. The most noticeable notes for me are peach, cardamom, chocolate and coffee. So it's like a spicy coffee with peach, and it is so good. Even, you know, like during the summertime when it is really hot, during the winter time when it is really cold, if you want something sexy, if you want something mass appealing but at the same time with a wow factor, I would recommend it. If you're going on a date, wear this perfume. I bet your date have never smelled anything quite like it. It is very, very nice. It is almost like gourmand, but like with a few fruity and bitter twist, and it is gorgeous. It used to be my favorite before this one came across, but I actually think it's all I wanted to let you know about in this video. Please tell me if you enjoyed it and you will be checking out these perfumes. I'm planning ordering more discovery sets and maybe a bottle. This is quite cool, right? Like they really pay attention to the designs. They have a few other collections that I'm really interested in, and I have something else in here that I haven't noticed before, so how cool! We will actually go on with our review and throw in some first impressions, because I have 1, 2, 3 more samples to discuss, and this one is called Prolix. So let's spray it on. Oh, this is like dark, spicy cardamom. Yeah, like I actually recognize spices pretty well because I don't get along with them most of the times, but I started to appreciate spicy notes in perfumes. But since they are not like my favorites, I can really notice them. So especially with cardamom, I have like actually the best relationship out of all spices, and I smell it in here. So it's cardamom, maybe with a rose, I'm not quite sure. So let's actually look it up, because I like how it smells. It's on the dark side, and it comes in a black bottle and features notes of ginger and cardamom. So I said it's spicy. And there is olibanum, rose, patchouli, tobacco and oud. Interesting. I didn't recognize the oud in there right away, so it smells rather, you know, contemporary oudy, not Middle Eastern, traditional Oriental oudy. I like that. I find it's unisex. It can be worn throughout the day into the night. It's actually a good one. Like, I haven't smelled any fragrance out of all these that I would be like, okay, it's not my thing. Maybe the first one, no, not the first one, the second, the Eugenie fragrance, that was like just a bit too much for me. But let's go on, and we have Perfume Amber 114. I'm excited about this one because it's one of their best sellers, I know that. And it is very ambery. Oh my goodness, like, it's amber right away, right in your face. It's like, just like the name suggests, it's amber. If you blind buy this and you're expecting a big amber fragrance, you will get it. So it's actually quite vanillic too. So amber, that's powdery vanilla amber. So Let's look up the notes. It features thyme and nutmeg. So I don't get spiciness in here as I did in the previous perfumes. So outstandingly noticeable, but there is also rose, geranium, patchouli, sandalwood, cedar, vetiver, vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, musk, and amber, and that's exactly what I'm getting from this perfume. Very vanillic, very powdery, almost like Shalimar type of amber, so if you like that, you will probably enjoy this. But the final fragrance for today would be Noir Patchouli. Oh my god, I love patchouli, and I think it's gonna be, oh, I have something on with patchouli going on here. Let's do it right here. So patchouli, right away, the opening very alcoholic. We need to take time, you know, just relax, breathe in. Start to change, definitely dark patchouli, not necessarily typical patchouli. I like that this brand offers, you know, some new takes on fragrances. That's cool. Okay, now it's getting more into patchouli. Like, it's bewitching, but dark, not chocolate, not sweet. Oh, it's almost like smoky a little bit, nice. So features coriander and cardamom, so it's quite aromatic. Patchouli, bunch of flowers, literally says that on their official website. Berries, interesting. Patchouli, musk, leather, and vanilla. So I'm getting a bit of leather. It might be slightly animalic. Actually, it's described as a woody chypre, and I might need to agree. So it's mysterious, unisex, liking it so far. Not my #1 favorite, but pretty nice. And I guess that was all I had to tell you today. Let me know which of the mentioned perfumes stood out to you, and if you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them, so just drop me a comment down below. I'm always excited to hear from you, plus your feedback really helps to get my videos out there. And you can check out the description box for more health information, where you can buy perfumes with my discounts and save some money. Follow me on my social media to stay in touch, and if you enjoyed watching this one and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.